What's going on YouTube? So I'm back again, and they want to do an expose on Conor McGregor because I recently made a video about him. If you didn't watch it, yeah. So Conor, from Dublin, from Ireland, from Dublin, Ireland. Dublin. So this guy supposedly came from nothing, right? Supposedly, even though his mom and dad were rich, they were rich as hell, man. Like, this guy came from a wealthy background. Okay, that's what a lot of people don't know. So, apparently, he met up with Dana White and Dana liked him. We don't know how Dana liked him. Like, did he like his fighting? Because he never saw him fight. So what's that about? Did he like? Because even Dana said, I remember Dana's words. Dana said, "I don't know if this guy can fight, but if he can even throw a punch, we're in for a win." That was Dana's words. That were Dana's words. So Dana says this. So kind of makes me suspicious of the circumstances of that meeting. Like, were them two involved together in a sexual rendezvous? Like, did they have some sort of sexual bonding? Like, because I know Dana is into that sort of thing. I know Dana is Dana is a transsexual. I've said in my previous video, Dana used to be Dana, right? I mean, Dana never changed Dana's name to Dana, right? Because Dana is a transsexual. It's a woman's name. So Dana himself is a transsexual. Like, he was a, they convert, like they say they convert. Well, they say they transition. Is it transition? Whatever. Anyway, so that was supposedly what happened with Dana and Conor. But that makes me suspicious. Also, some of the Connor's tattoos also make me suspicious. He never talks about the tattoo on his calf, which is signifies some sort of devil worshipping thing. Now we can see that he's become successful in the UFC. That success is basically it's signified by fake fights, stage fights, right? Dana was in part of the fixing of those fights. So it makes me wonder what kind of deal him and Dana have had. Like, they're there some sort of sexual deal, right? Would it make sense to you that they did? Maybe. So now Conor has fallen off the wagon, right? And he's doing all these drugs, like he's doing cocaine, he's drinking every day, he's leaving crack houses, like he's been caught sleeping with other women, cheating on his wife multiple times. So it makes you wonder. And he also said in an interview, Conor also said he lost his mind. That makes me wonder, was Dana using some sort of control mechanisms to make him lose his mind? Like, this is why it makes me suspicious as to what is going on, what's really going on with this guy, what's really going on with Conor, what's happened to him, what's actually happened to him. Because he's completely changed. Like, the kid, before he met Dana, as soon as he met Dana, he changed completely. Like, these people don't understand this. This doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. People don't just, become a clown overnight. Like, this guy has become a clown overnight. And you don't just become a clown overnight. Like, this stuff takes like, at least give it a month, but he did it overnight. Like, he became a clown overnight for Dana White. And it makes you wonder. It just arouses some sort of, like, skepticism in your mind as to why. Make the connection, right? And I made the connection, and the connection is that Dana was having sex with Conor, and he's still having sex with Conor, and this is some sort of ritual that they're doing together. And that's why Conor is now off the rails. And we see this with trauma victims, like victims of like sexual abuse. They always turn to drugs and alcohol. They always do it. Like when someone's been abused, they're more than likely to turn to drugs and alcohol. Specifically sexual abuse. And and again, Conor's dad, he looks a bit suspicious to me as well. Like he looks a bit of a weirdo. Like, and Conor never liked him, and that kind of. And I looked at videos of Conor when he was a kid, and he looked kind of feminine. So maybe his dad was responsible for the feminine, like, and he tried to turn away from that, but then he met Dana. And maybe Dana still has the vagina, but he's half woman, half man. So then he was able to sort of mold Conor into believing that he's not fully gay because he's able to have sex with Dana, and Dana's got pecs and he's got biceps, but he's got a vagina as well. Like, that's, in my mind, that makes sense to me, right? In my mind, that makes sense to me. But I know this will sound to you like it's like completely, out of this world, but it is out of this world because it's not in the world that you live in. That's what you need to understand, because the world you live on is a very mundane, normal 9-to-5 slave job world. These guys live in a completely different world, right? These are millionaires, billionaires, right? When there's a lot of money involved, this is the type of stuff that happens, okay? Like, there's people that have been transsexuals and nobody knew about it, okay? You need to understand this. Okay, there's transsexuals out there that you don't know about, and they're actually out there, and you don't know. You don't know, and you don't know when people get sexually abused, because there's so many people saying now they're coming out and saying they got sexually abused. So you don't know. This is what I'm saying. So it's kind of suspicious to me, the relationship that Dana and Conor has. Okay? It's very suspicious. And that's the conclusion that I've came to. And I know in Hollywood they do get involved with rituals. They have to participate in satanic rituals, into rituals that do serve the satanic philosophy. They have to get involved in those, because it's a sort of blood sacrifice, and it's a sort of sexual ritual that they have to do, where they get anally abused. That's what happens in these rituals. And all of the top level fighters, all of the top level, the movie stars, all of the top level rappers, they all get violated anally. And it's not an easy thing to comprehend. It's not an easy thing to talk about. It's not an easy thing, because a lot of people, Conor's their favourite fighter, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's not what you think he is, Maybe he is, essentially, God be judging him, because God judges everybody. Maybe he's not who you think he is, and that's really what I hope that you will consider, and maybe contemplate on, that Conor is not who you think he is. I know he's, recently, like I say, with the drugs, the smoking, the weed, the cocaine, the pills, it's indicating there's something that is under the surface here that's not. It's not related to just him being brash and young. It's not related to that. It's something. There's something internally going on with him that he's trying to lose. And he's already referred to that he's lost his mind, so he's being controlled by another, possibly Dana. Dana's possibly his, for want of a better word, sugar daddy. Like, he's possibly his sugar daddy, and he's possibly funding his lifestyle. I know he has won money with a Floyd Mayweather fight, and obviously UFC pays him, and he's got the proper 12 and stuff, but Dana is a billionaire. Like, Conor is not a billionaire. That's something that also needs to be considered. But yeah, you have to let me know what you think. Anyway, I will end this one now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I will talk to you in the next one.